What's up, everybody? It's the Amish Country Mets fan here with another episode of the Amish's Mets in the Barnyard. And today I want to focus most of this on Harrison Bader. Mentioned in yesterday's episode, he had just signed a one-year deal, $10.5 million. What does Harrison Bader bring to the table? And what does this mean for the Mets? Well, first off, I'm pretty sure outfield is set now. Between Bader, Tyrone Taylor, Stewart, Nimmo, and Marte, I think we have our guys out there. Some don't love it. It's not the prettiest outfield in the world, but I get what the Mets are doing. Listen, David Stearns emphasized that he wanted to focus on run prevention, getting the defense better, and the pitching, obviously. We haven't really seen crazy improvements with the pitching. I'll give you that. I do like the bullpen moves. The starters that we've added, I think, low risk, high reward moves. But we still need more, obviously. But when you look at the defense and the speed, like the Mets have added a lot of upgrades in that department. Let's talk about speed for a second. Harrison Bader and Tyrone Taylor each have 28.8 mile per hour, 28.8 feet per second sprint speed. Wendell, 27.8. Zach Short, who they added, is 28.1. So the Mets vastly improved in the speed department. They got a lot quicker. I think last year Lindor was our leader in sprint speed, and he was like I want to say 28.2. Defense. I know people don't like defensive stats. People don't like newfangled stats to begin with, but Bader had a 4 DRS last year. That's defensive runs saved. 66 outs above average. He was been over the last between 2018 and 2023, which leads all of Major League Baseball. The guy's an elite defender. Andy Martino said that the Mets still plan on playing Nimmo in center field at times. That doesn't surprise me necessarily, but you're going to see Bader in center field a lot. And I think that's our best outfield alignment. Bader in center, Nimmo in left. The other thing Bader does well, he hits lefties. I had to write it down. 824 OPS career against lefties. Listen, he other than that, he does have a light bat. The other issue is he doesn't play a lot. 98 games last year, 86 in 2022, 103 in 2021. I think his career high was 138, and that was earlier in his career. So he can't stay on the field, which, it's an issue. I understand the concern there, but I get what the Mets are doing. Listen, there's still guys in the pipeline for this team. Drew Gilbert isn't far off. Ryan Clifford, I know people kind of forget about him, but before he came here, he was producing in the minors for the Rangers. He was also another centerpiece of that Scherzer deal. If he bounces back, he's not horribly far off either. So the Mets need to leave themselves open to play these kids down the line. So a one-year deal for a guy like Bader makes sense. It's a stopgap move. If Gilbert lights it up in the minors early in the season, you can bring him up later in the year. Say Bader gets hurt or somebody else gets hurt, then you can plug Gilbert in there. The Mets overall, I'm starting to really see where we're going here. the problem, and I know people are upset. Steve Cohen has billions. What are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, the payroll right now is practically $300 million. That's not even adding the tax bill that he's going to have to pay. It's a lot of money, and he has to try to curtail the spending a little bit, because next year a lot of money's coming off the books, and then he can probably be far more aggressive in how he wants to do things. I don't think they've been in love with any of these free agents out there. I don't blame them. There's not a lot of fancy names outside of Ohtani and Yamamoto. I don't love any of the names out there. I haven't. There's some very good players out there, but nobody that I think warrants just writing a blank check to. And listen, they tried hard for Yamamoto, didn't get him, so this is plan B. And it's not what a lot of people want to see, but it makes sense. Putting a team out there that can, even if your pitching isn't great, the defense can help them. Joey Wendell is a very good defender as well. You make your team better by making small moves like this. And it does make sense. It's not the instant gratification. It's not the big names that people love. But good teams have players like this. Like I said, it's just a lot of question marks. You're going to really have to rely on guys staying healthy that aren't typically healthy. You're relying on Marte, who didn't look good last year and wasn't healthy at all. But in the event that the dude bounces back, in the event that Bader can't stay on the field a little more than normal, there's a world where this team outperforms what a lot of people think. It depends on who else we add to the pitching staff. Obviously, the pitching isn't there yet, but the offense is shaping up. Obviously going to need a DH, I feel, and hopefully we do get that with this team. The lineup doesn't look horrible, but it needs one more bat. It really does, in my opinion. So we'll see where we get that from. Hopefully we figure that out soon, and then we can focus solely. Then it's the pitching, because after DH, that's pretty much it with the offense. So have to focus on the pitching. On that note, apparently Joel Sherman, I believe it was, in the New York Post, put out an article saying the Mets are in talks with the White Sox, have been in talks about Dylan Cease. That's a game changer to me, man. That's a guy, yeah, he had a down year last year, but that guy has ace stuff. He can fit in the top of the rotation and really change the way this rotation looks. And that there, if you add a Cease and add a solid DH, and then this team can make some noise. I'm not saying we're going to contend for the division necessarily, but I think that firmly puts you in a wild card spot, in a position to be able to playoff spot. Obviously, things have to break right. You got to stay healthy. But this team's not that far off. We do need that top of the rotation pitcher. Hopefully it's Cease. If it's not, I believe Stearns. I believe in Stearns, and I believe he's got feelers out there, and he can figure something else out for another arm. Free agent market seems like we're sticking to the lower level arms. Manaea, right? Ryu. Somebody, Feinsand said we were talking to Montgomery, Snell, and Imanaga. I don't know if I believe that. We'll see. I know some fans are clamoring for Bauer. I don't see it. I know he's out on his apology tour right now. I just don't see it. I think MLB doesn't want to see this guy back. He burned a lot of bridges. He talks a lot of crap. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a team gives him a shot. I don't see a big market team giving him a shot, but who knows? He's in New York now. He was on WFAN today doing an interview. Was on, I think, Fox News yesterday doing an interview. So he's trying. He's getting his name out there. Is he the pitcher he was before this all happened? Who knows? It's possible. The guy, for all his faults, he was a good pitcher. Like, before this all happened, he really turned things around, and with his pitching career, he looked really solid. So I don't know. I don't see it, but just throwing that out there. I mean, he's an option. He's a free agent. He's an option. So that's pretty much it. So I don't know. I like the Bader move. Okay, I don't love it, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, I think it's pretty solid. We could have got, I mean, what? Michael A. Taylor. We weren't going to sign Teoscar Hernandez. We're just not in the position. We're not signing these dudes. We're not signing the big contract guys. It's just not, and doesn't seem to be in the cards. So I understand it. I get it with where we are payroll wise and everything, and the fact that there's guys to evaluate and there's guys that we still need to have spots for in the future. So leaving yourself open in that regard, to me, makes sense. So I know not every fan wants to hear that. I know not everybody believes that this is I've seen a lot of where this is a 60, 70 win team. I mean, I guess I get it. I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. I see the vision. I think we're in a good spot. We're just a few moves away. We're not there yet. We're definitely a few moves away. I'm excited to see what comes next. Hoping for a DH. I've been clamoring for a DH since, I mean, if you've been watching forever now. So I'm really hoping for a DH. And then we'll see what happens with the pitching staff, man. Fingers crossed it is Dylan Cease, because that would be big. I really think so. I think that changes the dynamic for this team a lot. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Please, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching this on X, please like, retweet, reshare, whatever, repost, whatever they call it now. And if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, what have you, your go-to podcast listening services, I appreciate you. If you could leave a rating or what have you, I'd appreciate that as well. So thank you, everybody. We will, I don't know, it depends. I mean, if we get more news, I'll probably be back at some point this weekend. If not, I might just hold off till Monday. But hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the latest video.